Welcome to another render update. So it looks like render might have bottomed right here. Now I cannot confirm that, but we did not invalidate my 1-2 setup idea, which is good because I believe right now we should go in a third wave of this third wave right here. And this was basically only a 1-2 setup of this third wave right here. And the third wave of this third wave should get to this target region right here. Well, actually, no, I don't know what this is right here. Let me actually get rid of this. The third wave could get to maybe 2.618 or the 3.618 because as you can see, this first wave, well, actually, let me give you a target zone for that. Here we go. So the third wave should get to at least $23. And by the third wave, I mean the third wave of this third wave right here. If you want a target zone for that third wave, let me know, but I will not put it on the chart right now because we have way too many target zones. And as you can see on the daily RSI, we are not overbought, which is a good sign, and we were actually oversold right here. And if you can remember what happened the previous few times, for example right here, when we got oversold, the price pretty much exploded. So I still think render has a long way to go until it actually finishes the cycle. And after we get the third wave right here, we should get a fourth wave and then a fifth wave. I mean, I don't know how high this can go. It could honestly go very, very high. It does not have to, but it could even go to the $50 level or so to finish this third wave move right here. And then you can expect a fourth wave and then a fifth wave to finish the cycle. Now, obviously, this is a bullish scenario and, the price of render has already gone up a lot. I mean, it went up from 27 cents to about $14. So you have to be careful, but I still think this structure is not complete and there's a long way to go until we actually finish the cycle, like I said. Now, if we go on the weekly, as you can see, we have been below the yellow line on the weekly RSI for a very long time, and it looks like render is about to test it. Well, we're not that close to it, but we are getting closer to it. And maybe you can even put a trend line on this. And if you do, you'll see that we actually broke above the trend line, which is a good sign. And this structure right here actually looks very similar to what we did over here. It pretty much looks the exact same. So here we went above the yellow line on the RSI when the price was exploding. Then we went below it right here. So basically like we did right here. And then we went above it again like we did right here. And then when we went below it again, we stayed below there for a very long time, just like we did right here. And I really wonder if we'll just copy what happened over here. Now let me talk about Bitcoin dominance for a second because I believe that's important. So I believe Bitcoin dominance is close to topping, and I believe it will top somewhere between September and October because we pretty much did the exact same thing in the previous cycle. So as you can see, when we topped on the Bitcoin dominance chart, it was also a halving year and it also almost got to the 0.618 extension. And right now we are very close to the 0.618 extension and we are in a halving year. So I think Bitcoin dominance will top right here and then we'll get an altcoin season. And when we get an altcoin season, that's when render will be able to actually go in the third wave right here and go to new all-time highs. And don't forget, right now the weekly RSI is at like 41, which is really, really good because as you can see here, for example, when the RSI was at like 43, the price was at $1.30. Now we're at 41 and the price is at like $5. So, the trend is up and the RSI is down, which is a really, really good sign. This basically tells us that the cycle is most likely not over for render. Now, of course, some people might say that maybe this right here was the third wave and maybe this was the fourth wave. I don't believe that because the third wave right here does not have 5 waves and, the fourth wave is not looking too good. I mean, it did not go to the first wave highs right here, so maybe you could say that this is the case, but even if this is the case, then we should still get a fifth wave move to the upside, and this fifth wave move could still give us another 10x. So, there's still potential. And also, just to remind you, in the previous bull market, here we went up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. And this formed a first wave move to the upside. And in the bear market, we went down into an A, B, C structure to form a second wave move down. And right now we are in a third wave move up, and I believe we are in a third wave of a third wave. And let me explain. So here we went up in a first wave, then we got a second wave, then we went up in a 1-2 setup, and this 1-2 setup was the 1-2 setup of the third wave right here. And then after this 1-2 setup, we got another 1-2 setup, which was the 1-2 setup of this third wave right here. So right now we should get a third wave of the third wave, and then a fourth wave, and a fifth wave to finish this third wave right here. And I mean, that's possible. It is possible that we even get like $100 on the RNDR chart in this cycle, because this is a third wave move to the upside, and third waves are usually the most impulsive, so keep that in mind. I mean, I have seen coins go way above the 4.618 in bull runs. I mean, even Dogecoin, for example, if you look at Dogecoin, here is the 4.618. Here was the 4.618 in the previous cycle. And as you can see, it did not really care about it. I mean, sure, at first it reacted to it and the price went down in the short term, but then after that, the price still went up another 1,700% in like 2 months. So there is a chance that RNDR gets rejected at the 4.618 level. Then we get a correction where people get scared, and then it proceeds to do another 5x from there. I mean, that is possible. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's going to happen. Right now, that's just speculation. I'm just judging this chart based on what happened in the previous cycle with other altcoins and, you know, based on what the Elliott wave tells me. Now, do not forget, the RNDR market cap is currently at $2 billion and the price is at $5. So is it unrealistic to say that maybe RNDR will get to like 40 billion or maybe even 60 billion? I don't think that's unrealistic. And if it gets to like, let's say it gets to like $80 billion, which would be huge. If it gets to a $80 billion market cap, that would put the price at $208. And, you know, would that be unrealistic? I don't think so. Now, of course, that's hopium right now, but it's not bad hopium because there is potential for this chart to go up a bit more. And do not forget, $2 billion in the crypto market, it's not a lot. I mean, I expect the Bitcoin market cap to go to a market cap of like 5 to 6 trillion. So RNDR going to a market cap of like 80 billion, that's going to be nothing. But you know, I mean, nothing is guaranteed in crypto and you have to be very, very careful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want some other exclusive content. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.